and welcome to Terrier News. I'm Catherine Barron.
And I'm Samantha Gambino. Let's first get into all the political updates from this past week.
On the race for president, Tuesday night, 4 states were up for grabs for the Republicans. Donald Trump took 3 of the 4 states, including Hawaii, Mississippi, and Michigan, while Ted Cruz took Idaho, with 3rd and 4th places alternating between Governor John Kasich and Marco Rubio. On the Democratic side of things are heating up. Tuesday was an upset, with Bernie Sanders winning a close race in Michigan, defeating Hillary Clinton by less than a point. However, Clinton did end up winning Mississippi, which still increased her overall lead over Sanders. Meanwhile, former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg says that he will not join the race for president because he feels it might make it easier for Trump or Cruz to win. Also this past weekend, former First Lady Nancy Reagan passed away at the age of 94 of congestive heart failure. This is a great loss for America. She will be remembered for her work to stop drug abuse with her Just Say No Drugs campaign and spreading Alzheimer's awareness after her husband was diagnosed with the disease. Now she will be laid to rest next to her Ronnie. Thousands are expected to attend her funeral on Friday at the Reagan Library, including all of the living First Ladies.
Also, over the past 2 weeks, Erin Andrews, former sportscaster and Dancing with the Stars co-host, filed a $75 million lawsuit against her known stalker, Michael Barrett, and went to court. In 2008, at Vanderbilt University, Andrews was staying in a Marriott hotel covering a football game for ESPN, while Barrett drilled 18 peepholes into her door and filmed her secretly getting out of the shower. Andrews had no idea that he was staying next to her, but then the video went viral. She claims that this invasion of privacy haunts her everyday life and that she'll never get over this. The jury agreed with her and awarded her $55 million. After the trial, Andrews thanked the amount of global support she has received and hopes that her case will help others in the future. The Marriott Corporation plans to appeal.
It's that time of year again at St. Francis College when students must plan for their next semester. SFC students are reminded to meet with their respected advisors to discuss taking new classes. The official advisement period began on March 7th, so if you haven't done so yet, sign up for an appointment with your advisor to remove your hold. Registration begins in early April. None of us like it when our classes have already been taken, so hurry up and get started now.
On Wednesday, March 16th, St. Francis College graduate Lindsay Racioppo will be visiting the college to share her memoir entitled From Brooklyn and Back Again. Lisa, a Brooklyn native and a past communication arts major at SFC, shares her many years of experience from being a marketing executive to her newest endeavor of earning a degree in nursing. In her memoir, Lisa tells us a very inspirational story about how she used the circumstances of her neighborhood in order to navigate and deal with the challenges of the real world. She also provides the outline of her life's journey and shares the lessons that she learned along the way. This inspiring event will be held at the Maroney Forum for Arts, Culture, and Education at 3:30 p.m.
Thanks, Samantha. Sounds good. Now let's get up to date on the entertainment news with Corey Adams and Alexa Castelluccio.
Thank you, Samantha. To start things off with this week's latest scoop, we're talking about babies. You guys remember Mindy Mann, right? The nanny who was caught cheating with Gavin Rosedale while he was still married to Gwen Stefani? Well, US Weekly has confirmed that the former nanny is pregnant with her first child, but it still hasn't been revealed who the father is. Although Mindy was spotted planning a kiss on her boyfriend Spencer Goodchin out in LA on Tuesday. So let's hope that's Mindy's baby daddy.
And in more baby news, another Baldwin baby is on the way, and it's a boy. Actor, producer, and comedian Alec Baldwin and his wife Hilaria Baldwin are expecting their 3rd child together. The couple announced the big news on Wednesday on Instagram with a photo of Hilaria and the former 30 Rock star sharing a romantic street-side kiss while holding a blue teddy bear in between them. Be sure to expect to hear from Baldwin on the joys of fatherhood in his forthcoming memoir coming in the fall. Congratulations, you two.
Looks like Lindsay Lohan has got herself a new boo from Russia. A source confirms to E! News that the 29-year-old actress has been dating 22-year-old heir Igor Tarabasov for about 6 months. The businessman reportedly lives and works in London, where the actress has been keeping a low profile out of the spotlight since her probation officially ended in May. Good for you, Lilo. We're happy to see you in love.
And even more exciting news, E! News host Maria Menounos is engaged. Kevin Undergaro, her boyfriend of almost 19 years, popped the big question shortly after the New York Times bestseller interview on Howard Stern's Sirius XM radio show yesterday. Congratulations to the future husband and wife on their exciting engagement news.
Well, that's all for this week. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks, you two. Now to Matt Conklin with the sports update.
Thank you, Sam. You know, at this time last year, we were all having a lot of fun with the men's basketball team as they kept winning all these big games. As you remember, they came within just one game of reaching the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history. So after that magical run they had last season, the Terriers found themselves in a division quarterfinal matchup against Mount St. Mary last week. They held a lead in this game at points all the way through the fourth quarter, thanks in part to Eunice Hopkinson, who dropped 18 points. But the Mountaineers staged a late comeback and took the contest by a score of 60-51. SFC finishes the year with a 15-17 record. And on the women's side, the Terriers were edged by Central Connecticut State in their last game of the season. Your final score there is 67-61. So as far as basketball is concerned, we'll see you on the court next year. And MLB spring training is heating up, and I'm not just talking about the weather down in Florida. Mets star pitcher Jacob deGrom made his spring debut on March 9th against Ivan Nova and the Yankees. Sure, it's just a spring training game that doesn't matter, but there's always bragging rights up for grabs when it's Mets-Yankees. Both stars were stellar in the matchup from Port St. Lucie, including 2 strikeouts from deGrom in just 3 innings of work. Your final score there is a 4-4 tie in 10 innings. The 2 teams will play each other again on March 22nd. All right, that's it for sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Matt. That's all for Terrier News this week. I'm Catherine Barron.
And I'm Samantha Gambino. Thanks for watching. See you next week.